You have already judged everyone in this room. Not intentionally, not consciously, but the moment you saw them, your brain started making decisions. Can I trust this person? Do they seem confident? Do they belong here? It happened before a single word was spoken, and they did the exact same thing to you. Here's what makes this fascinating. In a famous study from Princeton University, researchers showed participants photographs of complete strangers for just a fraction of a second. Then they asked them to make judgments about those people: trustworthiness, competence, likability. The surprising part, those snap judgments looked remarkably similar to the judgments made by people who spent much longer studying the same faces. Your brain doesn't wait for complete information. It never has. Within moments of seeing someone, it begins building a story about who they are, not from facts, from signals, posture, facial expression, movement, attention, the tiny details most people never realize they're broadcasting. And once that story forms, something interesting happens. Your brain starts looking for evidence that it's right. Psychologists call this confirmation bias. We notice information that supports our first impression and often overlook information that challenges it. Think about the last person you instantly liked or instantly distrusted. Chances are that feeling appeared long before you had enough information to justify it. Yet it still shaped everything that happened afterward. So, what exactly are people reading in those first few seconds? First, your posture. Before people hear your ideas, they see how you carry yourself. Standing upright, shoulders relaxed, head level, it signals comfort and presence, not dominance, not superiority, simply that you feel like you belong where you are, and people respond to that. Second, your attention. When someone speaks, do you seem fully there or mentally somewhere else? People are surprisingly good at detecting genuine engagement. A person who is present feels more trustworthy than a person who is distracted. Third, your emotional state. This one is subtle. Stress has a way of leaking into body language, facial tension, movement, and voice. That's why a single slow breath before entering a room matters more than most people realize. One slow breath before every room. That's it. That's the whole thing. It doesn't change who you are. It changes the signal you're sending. Here's the truth. You cannot control what people think about you. You cannot manage every impression. And you cannot make everyone like you. But you can become aware of what you're communicating before you ever speak. Because whether we like it or not, people start forming impressions immediately. And those first few seconds often shape everything that follows. People may forget your exact words, but those first moments can determine how your words are heard. And sometimes that changes everything.